This is my Vax 6130 SX, which we have seen before. We have taken it from not really very good at all to as good as new, and I haven't really done much with it since. However, we have the old black rug back down today to act as a base for some washing shenanigans. What are we going to wash? Well, we shall have a look. We will also, probably very early on, work out whether this is going to be an easy video or not, because we've not used this wet yet. I don't actually 100% know whether the pump itself works. So we'll get this set up first, and then we'll tell you what we're going to have a clean of today. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? Yes, the old Vax needs to do some work, and first off actually, I shall say, I did find, look, my extendable, I think they're 32mm, yes they are, ones that I know I had somewhere. I found them a bit earlier, so that is good, we could use those. We're not actually going to need everything in this bag. We're going to need, we'll keep that out. Oh. What we do need is the solution tank with the tube. And that's it for now. Everything else can go over there. Oh, I seem to be missing the carpet base for this. I shall go find that before we do much more. Because, yeah, this is it. This is all the stuff, and as you can see, it's been sat underneath Phoenix for a while. And no, wait, we are going to have to use it dry first, aren't we? Because of course. And you know what? We can refer back to the manual. Just remember how I did the first video on this. You got to vacuum first, haven't you? You got to vacuum what you're going to clean. So actually, I am going to have to dive in deep and show you what I have got hold of before we hope that I've built the pump back together properly. Oh blimey. Okay then, this is what I have. Bar some other little jobs that we could do if this all kicks off, what we're actually going to concentrate on first is this beautiful two-toned runner rug, which actually came from the same place as the orange carpet. Yeah, my mum, they pulled everything out of the shed for the first time since we put everything in there when they moved in, really, you know, over the last couple of months. And she pulled this off the floor and asked if I'd like to have a go at cleaning it up for either, who knows, or throw it away, or whatever, but a good video. So yes, this is what we're going to attempt to clean today. Let's turn the Vax on and give it a vacuum. I haven't touched this, it's been belching out grit everywhere I've sat it for a couple of weeks before filming this video, so it might come up okay. This suddenly feels very short with this little tiny wand on. This one's a lot shorter. It is okay though. We shall persevere. Right, we ready? Wonder if this will change colour with just this turbo head. Wow. Well, there's something there, however, yeah, this setup isn't really going to capture it. So I'm going to go and empty my Dyson V11. We'll stick it on plus, we'll stick it on boost, and we'll see what it rips out. So though this isn't a deep cleaner, it should love this really thin pile carpet because it can smash it about a bit. Hold on. And I don't really have anything stronger than this to hand, and I'm certainly not going to get any, but yeah, I knew it would pick up an inordinate amount of grit. There probably isn't any fluff on this rug because it's been sat in a shed for several decades at least. So that is cool. So okay, we can class that as vacuumed. Now, let's get the vac set up for something which it should do a little bit better at, playing with water. So we'll take off the motor unit and pop that to one side. We will then, I'll put the hose off, take out the filter bag, which is doing a very good job. It's full of all the sawdust that we were playing with on the after video. Right, I'm now going to fill this full of water, very hot tap water in there. Now I haven't added solution yet because I did figure, I was about to, that we should probably check if it works first while there was just water in there. So we'll pull down this. Oh, we'll put that back. I forgot about that. Pull that down, it's fine, it won't make a difference. It will get pushed firmly into place anyway when this is on. So that is now live and ready to go. But yeah, before I go and waste any solution really, once I've mixed it, there's no point in keeping it. We better check that the pump itself works. So we shall put the solution tube onto the hose. Actually, this might be enough. I don't think the pump is working. No, this is what I was slightly afraid of, is that yeah, the pump does not seem to be pumping. Let me take a look at that. What I think has happened, and it's not a terrible surprise because when it all fell apart when I refurbished it, I sort of thought that might be the issue. The pump is not working, and the problem with the pump not working is that you can't really do much with it when it stops working. Bar, and luckily you can, go onto eBay and buy another pump for flipping 28 quid. This cost. And of course this pump only fits whatever machine matches it. So, you know, don't just go and buy one in the hope that it will fit. You have to take your machine apart. And yes, it is several months later actually. I got annoyed with that video. That bit of carpet that we were playing with used the Phillips on it in the end, and the Phillips broke itself, as I think you've seen by now, and the carpet fell apart as well. So I sacked the whole thing, I grumpily put this all away, and here we are now because obviously I've got to fit the pump. So let us do a fast forward montage and I'll get it apart and then we'll get the new pump in. There we are, that was a bit easier because yeah, of course I had it apart after that video to try and do it. And yeah, the pump sits here and there's an arrow which points to the direction of the flow. I think that's why I stuffed up before, because all the innards fell out before I had a chance to work out what the heck had happened. And despite putting it back together again afterwards, it didn't like it. So I'm going to give one of these little plastic caps to Phoenix because he likes to chew them in his beak. And then we can, well, we've got to plug this into here, like so. And then that sits, oh, we've gone too far. Oh, that would sit in there, but of course it's gone onto that pipe just a millimetre too much. And then you put the bracket on. Then once that is screwed back in, oh, that's awful. Although I might have to now take that off and put a bit of hot glue on there. We need to put the other end of the pipe onto here, ready to feed this through all the holes. Trying to not kink this pipe, bundle all the wiring back through this hole. I hope this is the last time I ever have to come in here, to be honest. It's very fiddly. Oh, you've got to sit everything back on, pull out the rest of the pipe because it's blocking it from doing so. There we go. Then we can do it the bolts. We'll turn the torque right down on the drill because it doesn't need to be much. This is only on setting 3 on my 12 volt thing, and that's plenty. 2 and then 3. Marvellous. And then I can take the tape off of these wires because I wanted to use it dry still. So put a little bit of tape around here just so it didn't short itself out. And that will just plug straight in there. And then I'll put it all back together and we'll see if the pump works again. If it doesn't, could see a destroyed backs. Now before I go and fill the thing up with water again, I just want to check that it doesn't explode or something. Promising! It turns on at least, because obviously no actual note as to where the wires go. I don't think it cares really. So, go fill the recovery tank up with water. I'm not going to bother with solution for now again. Let's see if we can finally let this, was it new hose, washed floor head. I put the older ones on because quite honestly that telescopic set is far too short and will hurt my back. Let's see if she'll pump water. Yeah! It does. Oh, it is, but it's pumping it all the way. Oh. That's not right, is it? Ah! Doesn't want to live, does it? I'd imagine that I've put something in there on back to front, which means the whole thing has to come out again. Oh, but it works, and I think it's probably going to be worth my while doing it. Oh, back in a minute. This is really worth it, isn't it? Oh, back apart again. And actually I found two things. Number one, this part here wasn't sat flush. That is quite important because I went through my spare stash. It turns out I have rather a lot of these, and that bit there sits around this outer O-ring. Then this bit, which is the plunger, and this is where all the water's peeing out from, sits there and obviously seals itself up, and then it's pushed back when you put the solution tube in. Very annoying, and nothing's actually wrong. This was a bit loose. I'm thinking I may not have tightened it down. But whilst I was in my big envelope of back spares, I found this. Look, it is a genuine VAX 110601073. This is a brand new, never used, the outer bit with its two O-rings. And then there's two for some reason with, some extras. So we'll have those. Where are you? Ah, put the one that's together. There's a brand new one of these. Now, there's probably absolutely nothing wrong with the old one at all, but oh boy, I know I've been swearing a lot, haven't I? But you know, we have ourselves a brand new one. We have ourselves a brand new one of these. It would be, I think, remiss of us, whilst this is a part again, to not fit it. So stick it on and then push this in. It's sitting a lot better now. And then eventually, although it's not actually playing ball at the minute, we should get that in and get the metal clip on. It's sitting a lot more flush on that front bit. Could this be all the end of it? Are we done finally? Guess what? There's only one thing and one way to find out. Oh, I'm going to be able to do this in my sleep soon. I have nightmares. Is it going to be 9th time lucky? I'm not even going to put the hose on yet. Ah! Crikey! It hasn't leaked. Let me pull you back, tip you down, ready for what could actually be some shampooing for the first time in however long this sorry video has gone on for. Clip you back on there. Plug you in. This could be where it leaks as well. Oh my goodness! It's not leaking! Oh no, it is. It's pushing out from here. Oh. I don't care. Yeah! So we're not fully leak free, but you know, I'm wondering if part of this is not just because this bit's pretty bad. And actually, oh no, wait, there's a missing O-ring. Hang on, I might actually be able to fix that quite quickly, because I do have some. They're actually for mechanical keyboards. If you're into that sort of thing, they're those sort of O-rings. Is it gonna make it watertight? Yes! Ha ha! Oh my goodness. Filling up with water. Fantastic. Finally, it seems to work. And now there's a load of water all over the floor again. Started to leak again. Oh my goodness. I think part of it's this really cheap eBay solution tube, and you know what, I am just about done with the whole thing. Yeah, it stopped again there. It's a little drip. I think it's as good as it's going to get. Certainly usable for what I'm going to use it for, which isn't much to be honest, but I can now shampoo the carpets and the seats in my car, even though this stupid thing It's still leaking water. Oh my goodness. I don't think it's going to get much better than that, I think. So let this be a cautionary tale that, yeah, vacs, even simple, older vaxes like this, will still fight you every step of the way when you try and make them work. But it's good enough for what I need it for. Oh, this has taken far too long. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you had any vax issues like this, where no matter how hard you try, no matter how many brand new old stock parts you put on, it still punches you in the face and laughs, let me know below. It will make me feel better. And until next time, I will see you soon. Bye bye.